All right, what's up, guys? I just want to let you guys know for this episode, we did accidentally forget to hit record on the video, but the audio is there. But I'm gonna put the timestamp if you want to just go straight to like the video recording. But I would recommend to listen to the whole thing because I mean it was a good episode for sure, and I would listen to the first like it's only like 20 minutes or so like of the audio, but and then it goes straight to the video. But it's up to you guys. Other than that, I'm out. Happy New Year's. Just had to let y'all know.
There is no
On or what?
Yeah, it is. I mean,
Right.
stuff like that like scares me, bro. Like
100%, man.
like getting sick or like diseases. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's probably like one of the biggest reasons why I want to stay like healthy. But at the same time, you're trying to live life too, so it's kind of hard at times.
Yeah, man. I think, I think we always have to just take care of our health. Health is wealth, like
Yeah,
and the thing is like sometimes you can take care of yourself and certain shit just happens, right? Like
you know what? I don't like. This is how it is sometimes. I don't know if it's just me or what, but like it feels like sometimes the people that don't take care of themselves live longer,
that's
and then
true,
there's
bro.
people that like
Yeah.
are healthy as shit and they
Mhm.
don't live as long.
That's right. That's right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy, bro. And that's the thing. Like you can take care of yourself and if God wants you to come back to his kingdom, bro, that's it. Like
Yeah.
it's over. And I don't know. For me, it's kind of tough for sure. Like,
Yeah.
but we just got to take care of ourselves now, and we got to at least try and make an effort to live a healthy life
Yeah.
and just kind of, yeah, just live better. You
Yeah.
know?
It's like, but like just talking about that, it's scary to me. Like when I see people around me that get sick, that shit's scary to me, bro. I start thinking about it like, what if that shit happens, or like it probably will happen, like when we're older, like when we start getting sick. And it's crazy to me when there's old people that are like they're already fine with like passing away, like they accept it in a way. It's
Yeah.
like fuck, bro.
I think it depends too, like what the age is too, because
Yeah.
I feel like if I was like 85, 90, I'll be like, you know what, maybe it's my time, like
I'm still scared though. Like,
no, for sure, for sure.
well, I'm not
I'd be
80 right now, but
but yeah, I would say like at that point, I'd be like, oh, you know what? I lived a good life. I made it till 85, 90. That's a blessing, bro.
yeah,
Like, that's
that
a
is a
blessing.
blessing.
How many people live till 90? Like how many
Yeah.
people?
I
So
think it's even declining right now.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure, and especially with all the obesity rates and
Yeah.
all that shit, like people don't live that long anymore,
Yeah.
So if you are able to live, like honestly, bro, probably like after 65, like I think that's a good life. To
That's
be
true.
honest, I think you if you can take care of yourself, you can live longer than that. But 65 is like a good like age that you've lived a good life, and
Yeah.
if you take care of yourself, yeah, you can live longer. But
It's
you
sad
gotta
too
you gotta
though.
be thankful
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you made it there.
That's sad too though, because like that's the retirement age.
That's right.
And it's
That
like
is sad.
it's sad because like
Mhm.
you see when people retire and then they don't even last long in retirement. Like they
That's
end up
right.
passing away like
Yeah.
after a year or two.
They don't enjoy the retirement
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. It's
And
crazy.
the thing is, like the retirement money is nothing, bro.
Yeah,
Like, it's
exactly.
nothing.
Yeah.
You
That
know,
shit's sad.
because my dad talks about it too. Like, the reason why he's even working now is because like if he works 2 more years, they'll give him more money.
And
in the
then they always
retirement.
they always kind of like keep you on that. Like they do that to people at my job too. Is like, oh, work one more year, like, and then next year you're gonna get more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's like, fuck, bro, they want to retire. Like,
Yeah.
it's sad, and I don't know, man.
But it's true though. Like if you work a little bit longer, they'll give you more.
Yeah, it
And
is
that's
true.
the thing. That's why they want you there, right?
Yeah.
Like they're like, keep working. We'll
And
give
then
you
also
more.
too, they don't want you to retire though,
Well, yeah, for sure.
because they don't want to start paying you like
Yeah.
whatever you have in your 401k and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Especially, I mean, certain jobs don't even have 401k,
Yeah.
My job, I know my job for like I would say like the first 6 years didn't have 401k. And I've been there for 8 years.
Damn.
So imagine that, like the
Yeah.
last 2 years, we barely got that 401k,
Damn.
and we barely started putting that money like in the retirement fund. And yeah, for me, that's crazy. Like I wouldn't want to be, that's the thing, bro. Like I wouldn't want to be 65, 70 years old. And now I'm retiring and now I can enjoy my funds and all that.
It's all. I think it's also too because people don't know like how to live yet as retired. I
Mhm.
think that's also too why they can't enjoy it. They're like
True.
they're not used to it, or
Mhm.
then you have people that retire and they're like bored and they're like, "Fuck, like I'll just go back to work." And there's
Yeah.
people that go back to work.
It's because I feel like the generation of our parents, like all they know is work.
Yeah,
You know, all they know is work. And so when they're not working, they're like, what do I do? You know,
Yeah.
like what do I do? I have to work. I have to do
Yeah.
something.
yeah,
You know, especially like for example, I'll use my the president of our company. Like this
Mhm.
guy, he's 94. I would say he's like
God
94.
damn.
Yeah, bro.
It's a walking corpse,
Bro,
bro.
but this, yeah, literally, literally, but this guy doesn't use a cane. He has a full head of hair, even though it's
Yeah.
all white, but like he has a full head of hair. And this guy's still going to work every single day. And I feel like maybe he feels like if he stays at home, he might croak, you know, like he
Yeah.
might just, it might be the end of it because he needs to stay active.
Yeah,
Right. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to be in that situation where I have to be 90 years old and still working on my company.
yeah,
I'd rather be, I don't know. I'd rather be like 50 years old, having a company and having people work for me
facts.
that can help me and you know just push my company forward. You know,
Yeah,
that's what I want to do for sure. You know, like
yeah,
I don't want to be in that situation 100.
That's-
percent
yeah,
Like
same.
this guy never enjoyed his money. I feel like, you know, because he was always working, and maybe that's his mentality for sure. Like this guy wants to work all the time. There's no problem with that, but at the same time, he never enjoyed the
His-
fruits of his labor. You know, like he never
There's a
enjoyed
lot
it.
of people like that, bro. Like
Yeah.
in my family too, there's people like that where they won't even take like a vacation in their life because they're just all they know is working and like saving. And it's like, damn, bro. At the same time, you gotta like enjoy yourself a bit, man, because you only live once. And
That's right. That's right.
you don't want to be taking your vacation when you're 65
Yeah.
and like what's the purpose in that? I don't know.
But I think also like being active, being healthy when you're 65 can help you also because
Yeah.
you don't want to be 65 and you can't walk, right?
Yeah.
Like
You're
you
on a
want-
wheelchair or
yeah,
some
exactly.
shit.
You want to
Yeah.
be 65, even if you are 65 and you retire at that age, you want to at least be able to move and walk around because there is like some 65-year-olds that can still fucking do more pull-ups than both of us, you know,
Yeah.
like so
Damn.
there's a lot of people that can do that. So
Yeah.
we got to be active now and be able to, even if we do retire at that age, at least be active enough to enjoy what we did,
Yeah.
you know, because we're young too. Like, you know, we're in our mid 20s, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
so we have to, that's one of the things too, like that I want to focus on next year. Like, I just want to focus on like, first of all, being positive, bro, and being productive in anything that I do. Just like being positive in everything. Like, you know, I noticed too that I complain a lot about my job, but I shouldn't because I have a job.
Yeah.
Right? Like I have a job that pays me good. Doesn't pay me what I want for sure, but it pays me good enough.
It's
And-
just up to us, bro, to
Yeah.
move to make the change. You
Mhm.
know, I do the same shit. Like I complain a lot too, and
Yeah.
it's like everyone, like those people that complain and not do anything about it, it's just on them. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's like it's
100%.
on no one else. Like where we're at is because of our choices and no one else's. And I think also too, like yeah, I know we're talking about the New Year things, but like going back to like the old age, like I feel like the not knowing, like for sure where you go, is like scary too.
What do
for
you mean?
me.
What do you mean?
Like when you pass away,
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
not
yeah.
knowing for sure.
yeah,
like
for sure.
yeah, like I'm Christian, but like obviously no one really knows for sure, I guess.
Mhm.
I mean
No
maybe
one
there is
knows,
maybe
yeah.
there is Christians that are like 100%
No,
believe.
but either way, even if
Yeah.
they 100% believe, they don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So like that always gets to me, like the
Yeah.
not knowing. Like I don't want to pass away and like I don't know any of my family anymore. Like yeah, like you just don't know, I
Mhm.
guess. And it's just that shit scares me.
Yeah.
But I guess too, like how you said, like being positive next year. Oh fuck, like that's what I want too. Cause man, there's times where I'm at work and like I'm just thinking like negatively as fuck, and it's like that shit just makes everything worse. It's
Exactly.
like it's like
I agree with
making
that.
everything worse, and
Mhm.
it's like it doesn't make sense when I'm just putting myself down, like being negative when I could just be thinking positive, I guess. And it's like
Well, at
sometimes
least you
it's
have
hard,
at
bro.
least you have a job,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like that you're going to, and that's the thing too. Like that's why I'm like thinking too, because I was thinking about this shit. Like, what do I want to go? Like, what mindset do I want to like go to 2024, right?
Yeah,
And I don't want to be like in a negative mindset, like, oh, you know, I'm complaining about my job
yeah,
and all this, like, oh, I fucking hate my job, even though like I don't like it, but I do have a job, and I do think this job that I have is a lot better than a lot of jobs that
Yeah.
are out there,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So for me, I think I shouldn't be complaining. I should, to be honest, I should just be working, bro. I
Yeah.
should, like, if I'm clocking in, and as soon as I clock in, I should just be working from the time I clock in to the time I clock out.
Yeah.
Just work all that time,
Yeah.
you know, because that's what they're paying me to do, to work,
Yeah.
you know? And that's what I want to do, bro. I want to change my mindset. I want to be more positive and more productive on everything, like just on everything, you know, whether it's working out, you know, editing clips and
Yeah.
all that. Like I just want to be more productive
Mm.
and just be more active.
So
Like
that's like
that's what
that's
I
your
think.
New Year's like resolution.
I think so,
Yeah.
bro. I think like just being more productive and just like actually working on shit that matters, you know,
Yeah.
like, and not complaining about shit that doesn't matter, to be honest.
Yeah,
'Cause I
yeah.
can't, why am I going to complain about like, oh, I don't like this job, but I have it, you
Yeah.
know, like I'm working.
I feel like too, there's a lot of us that stress for. I'm not saying we can't control that, but a lot of things that I stress about is like things I can't control or like things that are out of my control, and it's like why even stress about it if I can't change it? And it's like that's something that just like bugs me a lot. Also, too, just being negative and talking down on myself is like one of my biggest issues. Is like I'll have days where I'm just like talking shit about myself, like, oh,
Yeah.
you're not gonna go nowhere,
Yeah.
like you're not look at where you're at, or like all this shit. And it's like, why am I even doing that, bro? It's like my mind shouldn't be doing that to me.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy. It's just crazy how strong the mind is, and
That's right.
and
That's
if you
right.
talk about yourself like that, you start believing in it, and then
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's where it's hard. It's like, and I need to change my mindset for sure.
There's this guy, bro, that I watch, and I think you know him, right? This guy is the Saint in the Center, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Marquette Devon Burton. You know, this guy, oh man, I'm glad I found this guy, bro, to be
Yeah.
honest, because this guy has changed my perspective like so much. And he lives by 3 rules. He calls it like his 3-sentence Bible, right?
Mm,
He says, be yourself, be good to yourself, and then be good to good people, right?
mm,
So first of all, be good, be yourself, right? Just be yourself, be the person that you know who you are, and then be good to yourself. That he says a lot of the times, he says like words have meaning, like they affect you.
yeah.
So like don't talk bad about yourself, because you know things that you say do affect your mind, bro. Like if you're talking down about yourself, it's gonna affect you.
And like you
You
accept
know?
it.
Yeah,
like,
and you accept it
yeah.
for sure. So if you're talking down on yourself and you're saying like, oh, this is not worth it, I'm not gonna amount to nothing, or things like that, it does affect you, right?
Yeah.
So he says like be good to yourself first. Even
Mm.
like, you know, be yourself and be good to yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
And then be good to good people. Because a lot of people, to be honest, there's a lot of bad people in the world, right?
Of course.
That don't deserve respect
Yeah.
from any of us. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like there's like some very bad people that like don't deserve no respect. So
I hate
Be-
the like
yeah.
I hate those type of people, bro.
Yeah,
when you
exactly.
like try
You-
to be
you-
cool with them and
yeah.
then you just get disrespected
That's
for no
right.
reason. It's like, bro, fuck you then. Like,
that's right. That's
or
right.
like when you open the door for someone and no thank you or
And no
anything.
thank you, nothing, right? Like
It's just like fuck you, bitch. Like
let me
I'm
come
gonna
back,
pull
let
your
me
collar
pull-
and just
let me
fucking
pull you
close the
back and let me
door,
close
bro.
the door
Oh,
again.
bro,
right?
I can't stand people like that, man.
Yeah. So yeah, be good to good people.
Yeah.
You know, like people that are good to you, reciprocate that. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like, you know, show them love also.
Yeah.
And this guy, for real, like this guy has changed my perspective on life, because
Mm.
this guy has like some good knowledge, man.
That's
like this
dope.
guy has some great knowledge, and I think those 3 sentences right there, like you should carry with you, you know,
Yeah.
because those are facts. You know, like be yourself, be good to yourself,
Mhm.
and be good to good people.
Mm.
That's it. You know, like
That's
you're not gonna
nice.
be good to bad people,
Yeah.
because some people are bad, like, and they don't deserve like the respect. They really don't, you know, and yeah, they just don't deserve that respect.
Yeah. Not even like your time or anything. It's like
Exactly.
it goes back to like you shouldn't beg anyone to be in your life. Like if they're
sure.
it's like why. And then also I think also too one of my like goals or whatever is like just constantly like trying to improve like throughout the whole year. Last year, like I was gonna ask you, last year did you accomplish any of your resolutions? Or
I don't even remember
No,
my resolutions,
no.
to be honest, but
I wrote mine down as soon as
Oh,
I
you
got
did?
it, like as soon as I like as soon as New Year's hit,
mm,
like I already had like a list of what I wanted. I hit some of them, but there's like some of them where I got like halfway. So
mm,
like one of them was like I did want to read like 10 books last year.
mm,
I only read like 4 or 5,
Mm.
and it's like,
Hey,
hey,
man.
I got like I never thought I would read one.
That's
to
right.
be
That's
honest.
right.
And it's like that's still one of my goals is like gaining knowledge too.
Mhm.
Like I want to, like I feel like that's a big flex right there. Is like fuck all the like buying the clothes and shit already. It's like I'm trying to change to the point where I just want to gain knowledge and then just constantly improve on
That's right.
myself. And it's that's just the I don't like saying New Year's resolution though because
Yeah,
I
for
feel like
sure. No, I get
it's
it.
so like
Cliche and shit.
yeah, it's like no one
100%,
like
100%.
why do you think everyone like doesn't like accomplish or achieve?
Well, I think the reason why I feel like it's because what are they waiting for? Like they're waiting for like
Yeah.
the 1st of January
It makes
to
no
start.
sense,
Doesn't
right?
make sense. Like you could start like whenever.
Yeah.
So for me, New Year's resolution doesn't really make sense like that.
Yeah.
You know, but for sure it feels like I guess it gives people like a fresh start.
Yeah.
You know, so that part makes sense. But saying like, oh, you know, this is my New Year's resolution, but you didn't do it last time.
Yeah.
Or you could start it whenever you want, but you're waiting
Exactly.
for the 1st of January.
It
you
goes
know?
back to like when people say, "Oh, I'm working on Monday or
On
like
Monday,
next
yeah,
Monday."
yeah, exactly.
Like, bro, just work out today.
Right,
Like,
for example, like it's Wednesday or Thursday, right?
Yeah.
They're like on Monday.
Yeah. It's like, bro, like if
And
you
I've done
start-
it. I've done it.
Yeah, I've done it too, and it's like when you feel motivated at that moment, you should already be doing it because the next day you're probably not gonna feel motivated, and then
yeah.
you're not even gonna work out on Monday. It's just
Mhm.
like, yeah, I don't know. I just don't like saying New Year's resolution. It's just cliche, like how you said. But
Yeah,
I
I
don't know,
agree.
man.
I agree with that, man. I agree.
yeah, but fuck, bro. Like the way I see it though is like the way I'm seeing the new year is like I kind of want to just forget all this year, bro, because I feel like this was the hardest year of my life.
Oh, me too, bro.
And, like that shit was a struggle for sure. So that's how I'm kind of seeing it is like I'm not trying to worry about the past, like all the struggles and shit. And it's crazy because I feel like this year, like probably I don't know about you, but I for sure feel like it made me stronger. Cause
Oh,
fuck,
man.
bro, like
Yeah.
I don't even know. There was so many moments where I felt like I'm not gonna get through this
Yeah.
month or this week. I don't
No,
know
for
how I'm
sure,
gonna do it.
for
And
sure.
you still get through it. So
Yeah. That's the
That's-
thing, bro. Like, you know, I agree with you 100%. Like, there's been times this year for sure where I felt like, man, how can I get through this shit? But I always do, right? Like, I always do.
yeah,
And I think it's God, bro. Like, I
Yeah.
think it's God that's just guiding me. But like, I always question it. Like, how can I even like go through this like moment
Yeah.
right here? How can I jump this hurdle?
yeah,
But I end up doing it.
yep.
You know, I always end up doing it,
And it feels like impossible, right?
yeah, right. And but we end up doing it. So
Yeah.
that's why there's always hope, bro. Like there's
Yeah,
always hope.
facts.
And for example, too, like, well, not for example, but like I feel like, you know, for this next year with this pod too, like I wanna inspire people. I wanna talk, you know, positivity with people. I wanna just like bring value to people
Mm.
that are in our same shoes, you know, because I
Yeah.
feel like we're super relatable, to be honest.
why
man.
I
Compared
like-
to a lot of people,
Yeah, facts.
a lot of people that do like podcasts, like I see these podcasts and what do they talk about, man? Like they don't talk about
They're just so
anything.
fake. Like
Yeah,
there's
like,
hella fake people, and there's
yeah.
people just trying to ride like the top G wave, and it's like
Exactly.
they're not even at the same. Like they're not even the same shoes. Like they're just trying to
100%.
clone someone
Yeah.
else, and it's like, bro, like you said, be yourself. Like that's how we need to be, and then that's when you're the most relatable. Is like not being fake. You know,
Yeah.
that's what for
And,
sure.
and I see a podcast too. You probably know about this podcast. Like there was a TikTok too, but I should have sent it to you. It's like pretty much there's one guy that doesn't understand shit, supposedly, right? And this other guy like tells him like, "Oh, what? You don't understand this?" Like for example, fuck, I can't even think of an example, but like this guy like, "Oh, what is outer space? You mean it's outer space?" Like, and then the guy's like, he's like, "Oh yeah, this is what it means." Like, I don't know if you ever. It's like this black guy with like a little afro, and then this white guy. I'm pretty sure you've seen him, but I feel like those podcasts, like, they don't bring any value
yeah.
to anybody,
Mm.
you know. And that's what I wanna actually like focus on next year for sure.
Yeah.
Bringing value to people. Like I don't want to just talk about bullshit or whatever, you know. Like
That's
for
facts.
sure, I do want to talk about like, you know, conspiracies because I do. I mean, I do believe in a lot of that.
I mean,
shit.
it's crazy how now like it changed. Like if you like look into conspiracies and shit, you're not really crazy anymore.
Whoa,
like-
the people that don't believe in it are the crazy ones.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's facts. That's true. But like, yeah, I guess I agree with you, bro. Like, I don't always want to just be talking bullshit. Like, we should, because people are taking the time out of their day to listen to us.
That's
You
right.
know,
That's right.
and it's like we gotta appreciate that more and not try to just say bullshit. I guess, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know.
I mean,
Sometimes we gotta talk about bullshit.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Like,
Right.
sometimes
We gotta
when
be entertaining at the
Yeah.
same time, right?
Yeah.
But I wanna also spit some facts.
Yeah.
You know, feel like, this is what it is and this is what
Fuck.
happens and all that shit. It died?
I didn't hit record
You're lying. No.
on the cameras.
On the cameras?
Yeah.
But the mic still like recording?
Huh?
The mics are still
Yeah.
recording or what? Oh man.
We just missed like 10 clips.
We missed like the whole fucking hour. Ah shit. What about this?
That's the recording. Go from
I don't
that,
even
bro.
know.
Like,
I don't even know. Where do we end up at? Reset off.
we were just talking about like talking about bullshit, conspiracy theories. Shit
Yeah,
like that.
so yeah, I guess I do want to talk about conspiracies for sure.
It's because a lot of them are coming out as factual, bro.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
Right?
That's how it happens. Like
Yeah.
it's a conspiracy until it becomes factual,
Yeah.
and that's like
That's dumb
That's the
though,
funny
because
part
there's
about
people
it.
that believe in science and then most of the shit is based off hypothesis. And then that's not a fact.
well, science should be like it should be tested. You can test it like in a closed environment and all that. And a lot of these things they can't be testing this shit, bro. Like they can't test it.
They're turning the frogs gay.
They are turning the frog gay, bro. Like, and that was facts.
They're
That
like,
was
this guy's
facts.
crazy. This
that
guy's
was
crazy.
that was facts, bro. Like fucking Alex Jones, like this guy proved that shit. So science should be observable, repeatable, and measurable.
Mm,
So a lot of these things you can't do that. Like a lot of
Yeah.
these, and I'm not trying to get into all this craziness, right? But a lot of this shit you can't do. You can't do it. Like I do want to get into it eventually, maybe
Yeah.
next year, and I'll come up with the facts. But a lot of this shit you can't be doing that.
Yeah.
You can't be you can't be like repeating the shit that they do
yeah.
or the shit that they say. You can't repeat it. Like, and that's how science should be.
That's true. Did you like speaking of Alex Jones and shit? There was this one YouTuber, I don't know if you saw it, like he snuck into the Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove, no.
You didn't see that shit?
No, I don't
Bro,
know.
that shit was fucking crazy.
Uh-huh.
There's a video on YouTube. I don't know the guy's name, but you know what that is, right? It's where
Sounds
Alex Jones
where he went the first time.
yeah,
or what?
like where he
where he
recorded
seen
like
all
the
the-
ritual and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, okay.
there.
Oh,
So
shit.
some YouTuber like snuck in and
Recently?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Like this guy was in the fucking rooms and shit. Like that shit looked crazy. And then he went up to the owl, like the big ass owl statue, bro, and then he like bangs on it and that shit's hollow.
Oh shit.
Like you would think it's like stone.
Yeah.
But that shit was like he bangs it and it's like a loud yeah. It's like what the fuck? Like that shit was creepy as fuck. And then they had like a little thing in the middle where like it's like carries liquid and then it had two L's on it and shit. It's like hard to explain, but that shit was crazy. I'm like, what the
Who's
fuck?
that guy though? Like, who's the guy that did that?
It's a YouTuber. I don't know if he's this one guy that just like sneaks into fucking like hella places and shit. But because I know I seen this video of another guy sneaking into Epstein Island.
Mm.
But I don't know if it's the same guy, but yeah, like he just snuck in there. That shit looks crazy.
I feel like I know maybe who you're talking about because there's this guy that I watch that like he goes and does like a bunch of different adventures, I guess.
Yeah.
With like a bunch of different crazy shit,
Yeah. It's crazy though. Like, why would they just leave it there?
Well, it depends. Can we get there? Like,
Oh, I don't
like
know.
we're not gonna be able to get
Like,
there.
where
so
the
maybe-
fuck was the security though and shit?
Well, where is that spot at?
It's in LA, I think.
It's in LA.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't think we can. I don't think like me and you can just go in.
Next
like,
video, we're gonna go sneak in.
a little vlog and shit. Like let's just go.
Let's go.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know if we can just fucking just show up.
Yeah.
So like, does it make sense for them to hide it because we probably can't even reach that shit.
That's true.
I
mean, now they're probably underground.
Right.
I would say. I think they're underground now. Like wherever these elites meet and
They're
everybody,
the mole people, bro. That's what
they're
call it.
underground for sure.
Yeah.
I
well,
think they-
fucking what's his name?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg is
I
like
seen
building.
that.
He's building a whole bunker underground.
Isn't that funny
in
though?
Hawaii, out of nowhere, bro. Out of nowhere.
It's not out of nowhere, man.
Well, I mean, it's not out of nowhere, but out of nowhere that we see
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what the fuck? Like, what is he
Yeah.
doing? But he knows. He knows what he's doing.
You know why though?
I'm not sure, bro. I think I have an idea.
I'll say
but
it
I'm
right
not
now.
Sure. Go ahead.
4 words.
4 words. 4 words.
Leave the world behind.
Oh, all right, perfect.
Leave the world
Yeah,
behind.
leave the world behind. What do you think about the ending?
It's fucking stupid.
What do you think about it? Though? What do you think? What do you think the ending means, though? Because
Just
I have a theory.
It just means that
You're
something
wrong.
something
No, you're wrong.
something crazy is about to happen soon.
No, but what does it mean when the mom is like with that little girl or that black chick, like, and they're watching New York getting bombed, and then the little girl is watching Friends? Like, what does that mean? What does that mean to you? What do you think it means?
The little girl watching Friends.
Everything. Like,
I think she.
like
I
the
think they're
mom,
showing
the mom in the other chick, like watching New York getting bombed, and then the little girl just watching Friends in a bunker. Like, she found a bunker, and she's
I
watching
think
that
they're trying to show like it's not that bad to be inside.
with the little girl.
Yeah.
What about the other people like watching New York getting bombed?
Uh,
What does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe there's a war coming.
So the war. So
A fake war, though. I feel like.
Well, this is what I think.
I don't know.
I think, for example, I think the movie showed.
I'm not gonna lie though. For like, I was kind of like not paying attention throughout the whole movie. I got bored at times.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, that shit got me interested. Like,
But like I do need to
first 10
rewatch
minutes.
it, but go ahead and explain it. Hey,
So-
spoiler alert! Spoiler
Yeah,
alert! though.
spoiler alert. For
If you haven't
sure.
watched Leave the World Behind, it's on Netflix, and there's a lot of controversy shit like
Yeah, for sure.
on it right now.
A lot of shit that is going on in the world. So if you guys have not seen it, do not listen to this part.
But like what the thing, like what I think overall of it is they're trying to like just what I forgot, there's like a specific word for this, but it's like they try to get you like let you see what's gonna happen in the future. I forgot what it's
I
called.
feel like I know what you're talking about. But
Yeah, but like they've done this in the past movies. Like
yeah, I think
they
I know
do
what-
shit like The Simpsons, how they predict shit.
predictive programming, something like
Yeah,
that. Something
there you
like
go.
That.
Yeah, that's what it's called. And then I think that's what it is.
Mm.
And I think some shit similar is gonna like happen.
So I think watching the movie, like, I don't know, a lot of people like see it different. And the way I saw it, I always seen that it was like an invasion, especially when what's his name? Can't even remember his name. Hawk.
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke, not Stephen Hawking, right?
Like last time.
Ethan,
Real ones know.
Yeah, for sure. Ethan Hawke, when he was driving away and all those flyers were flying,
What?
when they were dropping all the flyers, the red
yeah,
flyers,
yeah.
and they ended up finding out that it was either Korea or China, right?
Mm.
And the guy in the house was like, "Oh, this is either Korea or China." But then his son also knew that it was like death to the world or something like that. That's what it translated to. And I knew from there, I was like, "Oh, this is an invasion."
Oh,
Like,
shit.
one of the enemies is invading us, and they destroyed our electricity, not our like, or not the technology.
Oh shit.
And the way I seen it at the very end, this is what I think. They were looking out because it wasn't just happening here, because the guy in the house, the guy that was defending his home,
Yeah.
he said that it was happening somewhere else also. I forgot where he said, but he said it was happening somewhere else. And the way I seen it is that these two, the mom and the black chick, the little girl, they were seeing New York getting bombed. And the reason why it was showing that is because it seemed like we lost the war, because
Oh,
we got
fuck.
all like the technology, we got it all destroyed, and
Yeah.
all our planes were crashing and everything.
Damn.
And we were gonna get shit on pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Like, they were bombing on it, and it wasn't just there in New York. New York is one of the biggest cities too. Like
Yeah.
New York, California, Miami. So if it was happening there, it was happening somewhere else.
Yeah.
And they were bombing on us. And the way I saw it is just that we lost that war because of what they did with the technology.
Yeah.
They shut everything down. We couldn't reach out to nobody. The planes were crashing. Imagine that, bro. Like, imagine that if the planes cannot fly anymore,
That's fucking
it's
crazy.
gonna cause like havoc.
Yeah.
So that's how I saw it. I mean, the girl, I think she's like a metaphor, because she had a shitty life with her family. Like, she felt like nobody would listen to her. you know, she was talking to her brother like, why doesn't nobody like they don't listen to me? And
But
I'm
what
just like,
what do you think about like the deers and shit? Like just looking at
that I don't know.
that shit was
You know?
fucking weird,
Yeah,
right?
that I'm not sure. You know,
Yeah.
like I feel like that's. I mean, even the guy, even the kid that was losing his teeth, right? Like I didn't
Oh, that
understand.
was
I didn't
fucking weird.
understand that. I think it's maybe the
The
sound for some reason.
frequencies.
Yeah, you know. But why just him? Why just him? You know.
Oh,
But that's all we saw. You know, in
yeah.
the movie, that's all we saw. But I just think that it showed us that we lost. You know, like if that
Mhm.
would ever to happen, like in the U.S., if they destroy all technology, not electricity because they still had lights. You know, they still had lights and all that. But if they destroyed all technology, then we're fucked, right?
What if that was AI
What do you mean?
attacking us?
No, it wasn't because they were bombing New York, you know.
That's true.
I mean, I feel like it just showed us that if we were to lose our technology, we're fucked. That's
Damn,
it.
That's scary.
You know, certain people tell me too. Like I did talk to certain people at work too
Mhm.
that would say, you know, our military would fight back for sure. But if we don't have that, you know, we can't fly our planes. How are we gonna defend each other? You know, like
But I
if
mean,
they're
I think
coming
we
here
would
and
see. I
bombing,
think we would see it coming before it
maybe,
happened.
maybe.
I think so. I don't know.
I would hope so.
Yeah,
You know,
that's scary. Like that movie. Even like it's kind of weird how Obama and Michelle like are the ones that produced it, right? Like they're why are they
That's
going
right.
into movies now?
That's right.
That's fucking
That's kind of
weird.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. So I don't even trust that movie anymore. You know, I forgot about that to be honest.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I would just say that movie does teach us that we gotta be prepared
Yeah.
at least for whatever would happen. And
it just shows too like how much we need like our phones and shit and like technology.
well, now we do,
Yeah.
right? Now we do, but yeah, in the past, like we wouldn't need the phones. We would just rely on each other
Mhm.
and things like that.
Do you think like the little girl had to do something with like just showing like the newer generation?
No, she was like I think she was a metaphor, bro, because she was even in the very last like the last sentence of the movie, and no one told me life was gonna be this way, right? Like,
Oh.
and then it just ended right there.
Yeah.
So the way I see it is the girl, she was a metaphor of life. Like she was trying to live peacefully and everything was like even in her family, like everything was fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, her parents and her brother, like she seemed like nobody cared about her. And
Mm.
then she ended up
Oh,
going
that
to
makes
yeah, she
sense.
ended up going to that bunker and saying, you know what, like my life is shit already. So let me go to this bunker and it's not gonna really change anything, but I just want to have peace.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I seen that little girl,
Mm.
you know, and yeah, she just ended up finding that bunker, and I feel like everybody she should have brought her whole family, but she
that's
did
the
not.
thing, right? Like
Yeah,
she
she
heard
didn't.
them yelling for her
Yeah.
name and she
It's
didn't care.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like it looked like she was about to go like help, and then she said like
yeah, for me that's ridiculous. Like she should have brought her family too, but
she's like I want to watch Friends instead.
which is a shitty show anyways, bro. Like, come on, like she should have watched The Office
I
at
guess
least.
like she for real. I guess that just goes back to like how you said like they didn't listen to her, so like she feels like
she felt abandoned from her
Yeah.
family. So for her, like going to the bunker by herself was nothing different. Like she just felt like she wasn't heard anyways.
yeah.
And I think that's kind of the point of her story. You know, just like her just yeah, she didn't feel that relationship with her parents and her brother.
Yeah.
So she was like, you know what? That's why she said, like in one of the clips, she said like, I'm tired of this. Like I'm gonna take action or something like that.
Mm.
And she ended up doing it. And she went to the bunker and she just ended up staying there. And
Yeah.
you know, the ending does suck because it doesn't like really.
It's like lacking a lot of information, but at the same time, maybe that's the purpose. I don't know.
That's the purpose. I
Yeah.
think, you know, it's for us to talk about it and see. It's up to us to really like interpret what happened.
They're
That's
smart. They
what I
want
think,
people like talking about it, you
For
know.
sure. Yeah.
And that's what everyone's doing, like talking about
Exactly.
that movie.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
But I don't know, man.
Let me talk to you about this, bro. What do you think? What do you think are like some mistakes that you have made like this past year? Since we're ending the year, you know, like let's talk about like what we
Yeah.
did in this whole entire year that we think maybe we can improve on.
Fuck. I have a long list. No.
You guys have 3 hours? No.
Ask it again.
what is something like what are some mistakes that you think you have made in this past year that you can improve on next year?
Hmm. I think
Maybe not mistakes, but like yeah, I
base
would say mistakes. I would say mistakes.
mistakes. I would say fuck probably trying not to. I mean, not saving money. I would say I don't know if that's a mistake or not, but like I guess like not saving money. Um, not making like a change. I guess like where I work, but like at the same time, it was kind of. I'm kind of like I was kind of like waiting until I was done with school, which I barely finished like 2 weeks ago. So can't really say much about that. Uh, I think the main thing is like the money part. Like I feel like I should have saved more money than I did.
So how do you improve that?
Fuck. Make a GoFundMe, a fake GoFundMe, bro. Scam
Just send
everybody.
me some money,
Nah,
right?
uh, bro, just honestly tried like I don't even know like how to. There's no other way of saying it. It's just like you have to just save money and put it aside. Like it's so hard at times when I save money and then I end up going back into my savings to take it out. I'm like,
I've been there, bro.
yeah, and it's like
I've
fuck.
been there. I'm there now.
Yeah, it's hard, bro. It's hard. It's hard to save money. It's just
Yeah.
you just got to do it.
Yeah.
And like I did read that book, for what is it called? Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah.
It always said like throughout the whole book is like pay yourself first, no matter what. Like if you think about it, like how we just talked about it, like every time you think you're not gonna make it, you still make it out, and it's like imagine if you paid yourself first, so you're still winning
Mm.
at the end, like you're still paying yourself first, and it's true. Like you should make everyone else wait, and I think that's probably one of my biggest mistakes. Like right now, I can't really think about any other mistakes I made. What about you?
Man. Do you have time, bro? I would say, I mean, yeah, for sure, money financially, like
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I gotta focus on, and I think just not being able to find another job, bro. I
Yeah.
think that's one of my biggest mistakes because if you guys know me, I know you know that I've been trying to find.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I can't even lie, bro. I haven't been trying to find a job.
Yeah.
I did try once. It didn't work
One
out.
application?
Yeah,
Like,
pretty
what
much.
the
Pretty
fuck?
well, pretty much. One of
Really?
the one in LA.
Oh, yeah.
I did try that one, and it
Well, I
didn't
guess
work.
I tried too then.
Yeah, like it didn't work out. But I would say, just my bad habits.
Mm.
Like drinking, smoking,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. I think those are mistakes.
You
I
think
th-
so?
Yeah, I think those are mistakes for sure.
You think like you can make those like I don't even know how to say it like controlled mistakes, I guess. I don't know like how to say it,
Like,
but like
I
if
get,
you
I
if you
kind of
have
get
it like if you have it controlled
Yeah,
like
yeah,
where
yeah.
you don't go overboard,
For
is
sure.
it still a mistake or is it just like giving
Well-
yourself like some time to enjoy life or
Well, I
don't
think
know.
I think what happened to me, I think those are mistakes.
yeah,
right?
that's true.
you
That's
know
true.
so I think those are mistakes, but I think, yeah, for sure, if you can control it, then for sure, like, control
Yeah,
it. One of the biggest, like, advices that I give to one of the guys at work. This guy's young, bro. He's what? I'm 27. This guy's what, like 23?
yeah.
Like, he's super young, and he's never drank, he's never smoked, he's never done nothing, right?
Damn.
And I tell him, bro, like, to be honest, like, if anybody takes anything from this podcast, bro, I would say, if you guys have never drank or smoked or done nothing like that, don't do it. Like,
That's
to be
true.
honest, I would say don't do it. Don't even get into that vice. Like, don't drink or smoke or nothing like that, man. Like, there's no reason to. If you guys haven't
Yeah.
done it, you guys are like over 20, there's really no reason to do it. And believe me, like, if I were to go back and never drink or smoke again, like, I
Yeah.
would actually take that,
Yeah.
and I would not do it, bro, to be honest, because that shit fucks you up, bro.
It
Like, that
does.
shit fucks you up. So that's what I tell this guy at work. I'm like, bro, this guy has never done nothing. I'm like, bro, don't ever do it. Like, don't ever do it.
It's crazy though because you like always hear the opposite. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like, you should be doing
Yeah,
that, or
exactly.
it's
But
like-
that's
then people get peer pressured
yeah,
easily.
yeah. That, I feel like that's that low mentality, bro. Like, I
Mm.
feel like these people feel like you have to drink, you have to smoke to have
Yeah.
a good time and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But if you can, I think, like, man, if you can have a good time without doing none of that, you're winning, bro.
Yeah,
You're winning.
You're just
'cause-
high off life.
Yeah, exactly. You're winning, bro. And that was me at one point. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and that's what I'm saying. Like this guy, like if he can stay off of all that shit and just focus on his career, do that instead. You know, that's
Yeah.
what I tell him. Like, don't fall into that, bro. Like,
Hmm.
don't drink, don't smoke, don't do none of that. And that's one of my biggest advices for anybody that has never done none of that, never touched drugs, never touched alcohol. Don't do it.
Yeah.
That's what I think, bro. Like, I think that's something that they should all take and like actually understand, because they don't know what's gonna happen. Like they could think that they can handle alcohol, they can handle weed, they can handle like whatever,
Yeah.
but you never know, bro. You never
Yeah,
know. Like,
exactly.
that shit can take you down
Especially
a
right
dark
now.
path.
Yeah. And right now it's like scary as fuck, bro. Like there's fentanyl and everything. It's just like,
Especially with
yeah,
that. Yeah.
like it's scary, bro. It's just, man, it's, and then the kids don't know, dude. Like they just don't know. You can't even trust, like they shouldn't be trusting just a random friend or anything.
They're buying from somebody off like the fucking alley, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
like
Exactly.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, man. That shit's crazy.
Yeah. For me,
Is
stay
there
on
anything
his
that
toes.
like you accomplished this year that you are proud of? You're like, I haven't done nothing in
To
life.
be honest, bro. God damn. I feel like last year I accomplished more, to be honest. This year, damn, to be honest, not really.
I hate it. I honestly, this
yeah.
is the worst year of my life. Bro.
Yeah. To be
For sure.
honest, this year was shit. Like it was
was.
shit. What did I accomplish? Staying out of jail, I guess. I don't know. Like, but apart from that, like I don't really feel like I accomplished something new,
Yeah.
and that's what I want to like.
But I feel like also too, maybe we have is just like for men, it's different. It's like we don't really see something that can be an accomplishment to people. Like we don't really see it as an accomplishment at times.
Yeah,
And it's like maybe we have. I mean, I guess doing the podcast consistently is like
for sure.
like a good like
I agree.
accomplishment. Like it's
So I would say that. I would say
Yeah.
that doing the podcast for sure is something that has motivated me at least to.
it's not like we're not trying. At least we're trying to make a change or
100%,
something. You know,
100%.
there's people that don't try at all. They go to work, just go home, do nothing.
right.
It's like, damn, bro. Like those, and then those people are the ones that complain a lot. And it's like
That's right.
you're in that situation because you're choosing to be in.
That's the thing, bro. Like, I don't want to be somebody that just complains, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't want to be a complainer. And I've never been that person, bro. I
Yeah.
don't like to complain about
Yeah.
shit because I know people have it worse than
Yeah.
me. So I know I have a roof over my head. I have a good car, like, so
Yeah.
I like my body is good. Like, I can
Yeah.
move. So there's no reason for me to complain about
Yeah.
anything at all,
Yeah.
And at least this week, I had this whole week off. Like I
Mhm.
felt like, I was going to the park. I've been playing,
Yeah.
I've been playing ball, I've been trying to exercise a little bit,
Yeah.
even though I miss every single fucking shot. But at least I've been trying to go out there and just sweat a little bit and just kind of just get my heart pumping, at
Mhm.
least. And for sure, because I've been slacking on the exercise, and that's one of the things that I want to do for sure next year. Just focus on exercising because I have been slacking it big time. But this week, I've been doing it. I've been
That's good.
going to the gym. I mean, not the gym. I've been going to the park and playing ball and just.
I mean, it's good when you're doing something that you actually like.
That's right.
And you're like also, it's like a win-win. You're doing something you like, and you're also like working your body out. So it's like that's dope. That's the best. I
It's
think
tiring.
Yeah, fuck yeah, basketball, like running full court games. It's
Well,
like,
not even that. Just fucking shooting and like.
I don't know about that, but like
my fucking cardio is shit, bro. Like I'm over here shooting. I'm like
shooting free throws and you're already dying and
for
shit.
real, bro. Like I have to chase the ball when I miss, and I'm like.
Remember, like when we first played like full court, like not even full court. I
man.
think it was half
court. Yeah,
You're dying, bro.
yeah, for sure.
You're like, I'm done.
I want to do that shit again, though, for sure.
Shit's
like,
fun.
Yeah,
it's fun.
I feel like I'm trying to get my handles a little bit,
That's right.
and my shots. You know what sucks? It's like when you get there, your shot is shit. And then like at the very end, your shot is like very good. You're like fucking like automatic, just making all the shots. You're like, damn, I've been here for 2 hours, but I don't want to leave. But like I've been here so long, but I'm making all the shots, And I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah.
But
I think also too, one of I would say my biggest mistakes would be like wasting time. Also too, I just thought about it right now, like being on TikTok.
mm,
Bro, That shit is just addictive, bro. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
get
yeah,
off
yeah.
it. There's days where I just can't. Like I'll tell, like I'd be losing sleep just because of it, bro. And I'm like, oh my god, like
Yeah,
what am
yeah,
I
yeah,
doing?
yeah.
Like I'll be on my phone and then I'll be like, just like one more,
Mm.
and then I forget,
10
bro.
more.
And yeah, and you know, like TikTok too, it doesn't show the time while
Oh, it
you're on
doesn't.
it.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's on purpose.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't
For
know how
sure.
much like there's times where in the morning I'll be in bed and then right away I go to TikTok and then I waste like 2-3 hours. It's like, what the fuck am I doing, bro?
And then you
Like,
get that TikTok that says, "Are you still scrolling?
yeah,
Shouldn't you be asleep right now?" It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Let me go to the
For
next
real.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get that.
I think
get
those
that.
are like
when
two
did
big mistakes.
when did you download TikTok?
Damn.
Like when it first came out, when the hype was going on.
Yeah.
Like when did you download that shit?
I think when people were saying like, oh, it's gonna be banned in the US, I think that's when I got it.
That was a while after.
Yeah.
Cause like me too, bro. I didn't want to download that shit. Like I heard everybody talking about it. I'm like, nah, I don't want to download that shit. Like for what? And once I did, it was a wrap, bro.
Got hooked on
And then
it.
I deleted that shit at one point. I was like, you know what? Fuck this. It takes a
Yeah.
lot of time out of your day. And I do want to delete it again, but at the same time, it's like, damn, you know. But like, if you think about it, what benefit does it give you? Yeah, maybe you see
Nothing.
some videos that like, oh shit, this is
But
kind of
that's
interesting.
nothing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
exactly.
even like the motivational videos are basically nothing because
you
you get
see those.
motivated and you just scroll. And you're like, you're like, damn, hell yeah. I'm
David Coggy's
motivated.
like, go to work. Yeah, shut up. You know?
Like I do get motivated at times where
Yeah.
I'm on it, but it's like at the same time you just keep scrolling and you already forgot about it. And it's like why am I even on this? I think I want to get to the point where the only reason why I'm going on TikTok is like just to upload. Like
Mm.
that's gonna be one of my main
I
goals
agree
too.
with
Is
that.
like I gotta stop going on it, bro. Like it's too much already.
Let me ask you this then. What is a skill that you want to learn next year?
Ooh, a skill.
That's a good question, bro.
That is a good question. I think being a better speaker.
Being a better speaker. Okay.
Being a better speaker, bro,
Yeah.
for sure. Like, I want to be like that person. I
Being
want to
more
be like, bro.
articulate.
I want to be like Patrick Bet David, bro.
Yeah, 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 for sure.
Like when you hear this guy talk, you're
Yeah.
gonna listen,
Yeah, 100%.
and I want to be.
He's a great fucking speaker,
Yeah.
great storyteller and everything.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be something like that, and I'm always open to new, like, learning new things. So I don't know. It just depends. You know, I mean, like when we learned about when you went to Muay Thai, like I thought I would never go until you went, and like it changed me. And then
That's right.
as soon as I get hooked on something new, it's like I get passionate about it right away. So
That's right.
it just depends. If I learn about something like new, then I get hooked on it right away.
Mhm.
That's just the way I am. Like, yeah.
Especially
so,
if you enjoy it, right?
yeah.
Like,
What about you? Like, what's a new skill that you want to learn?
well, I want to say like it's more about like trying to make more money, right? So I
Yeah.
want to learn like cybersecurity. You know, like I want to do that, and maybe like the Amazon FBA or
Oh, okay.
FBA,
Yeah, yeah.
where you're like trying to sell like
Yeah, yeah,
products
yeah.
where you buy from somebody like somewhere else and then you sell them.
Yeah.
That's two things that I want to learn, like those two skills. I'm
Because
trying
those
to
are like
learn
the
those.
side jobs right there,
Yeah,
too.
pretty
like,
much, you know. So I'm trying to learn those for sure. And I think that's gonna help me in the future, bro. I think that's gonna help us at least, like if I can get extra money, like putting this back into our podcast and
Yeah.
just helping everybody else around me
Yeah.
and things like that, you know. So those are two things that I really want to learn for sure. You
Yeah.
know, like, you know, cybersecurity and then Amazon FBA.
Damn, that's dope.
You know,
That's dope. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Like, there's times where, yeah, doing the podcast is not for money, but there's times too where it's like you want to upgrade and shit,
of course,
and it's like you don't have the money for it. So there is times where like I do want like something out of this, you know. But the most important thing I do is just engagement. Like I want people talking about us. Like
So
I
let's
want
let's talk,
people like talking about what we're talking about. It like you know?
let's talk about that. Like, what is a like a goal that you have for this podcast for next year?
Damn, bro, just to have people that fuck with us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
for sure.
I really just want, I like seeing when I see a comment like on our videos or something, and it's about a conversation we're having.
Mhm.
That shit like makes my day,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
It
yeah,
makes
yeah.
my day for sure. Like if I'm having a bad day and I see something like that, I'm like my whole mood changes, bro.
Yeah,
It's like
that's right.
I don't know how
that's
to
right.
explain it, but
No, I get you.
that's the main thing I want out of the podcast for sure is just more engagement. I
Yeah.
guess people that fuck with us.
Yeah, I think for sure, like for me too, like I want to have people engaging, but at the same time, like we did talk about it a little bit in the beginning too, just trying to like, bring more value into people,
Yeah.
like that's what I want to do. And to be honest, like I want to talk about more of my stories personally because I feel like I've made a lot of mistakes in my life.
Yeah.
And there's a quote that I actually I like. They say a smart man learns from his mistakes, but a wise man learns from other people's mistakes.
Oh shit.
So I want people to listen to, because I feel like we're super relatable to everybody that listens
Yeah.
to us, right? So I want people to listen to our podcast or listen to the mistakes that I've made and learn from what I've done, because
Yeah.
I've made a fuck ton of
Yeah.
mistakes. So I think like I do want to talk about those shits eventually next year, and I do want to talk about like a lot of the stories that I've been through,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and I want them to at least I want somebody to listen to it and be like, you know what, this guy told me this or he did this and that, and maybe I can learn from that and not do exactly what he did. That's why they say a wise man learns from somebody
Yeah.
else's
Yeah.
mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they listen to me and they're like, all right, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something else.
And it's like you get so much respect for that because you're literally like telling your mistakes,
Right.
like instead there's people that just hold everything in and like want to be perfect or act
That's
like they
right.
don't have mistakes, and
That's
it's
right.
like nah, it's not like that.
Yeah.
And that's factual, bro.
And I think I think it'll help me too, bro. Like
Yeah.
actually, just talking about what I've done,
Yeah.
and because I don't really talk to people besides you and like the other homie.
Yeah.
I don't talk to anybody about
Like on a
these
deep level,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like talking about these issues, to at least show people what happens if you make these types of mistakes,
Yeah.
and people can learn from it. I think that's great.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. I want
So
to
that's
say
what I want to do.
yeah, facts. Like I want to say my mistakes, and I want people to be like, oh, don't do what this dumbass did. Like,
Yeah.
like fuck, this guy's an idiot. I'm not doing that.
Exactly. Yeah,
I'll
for
be like,
sure.
hey, it's fine, bro. At least I taught you something.
Exactly, bro. Like even if they're hating, like look at this fucking idiot right here. Like you did that,
Yeah.
but who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like I've been through it, I've done it, whatever. If you're gonna hate, hey, at least you heard it.
Yeah,
At least you
facts.
heard it. And if you want to take it negative or positive, then you do what you gotta do. But like, a lot of the times these haters, like, they're more bitter than the people that they're hating on. Like they have
Facts.
a bunch of issues in their own life. So for me, like these haters doesn't really phase me, bro.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. I don't really care about these
Yeah.
haters. I enjoy it actually.
Yeah.
Like we talk about these haters that
Yeah.
like leave some comments and shit. Like
That shit's funny.
So
like,
we
whatever.
don't get offended about
Nah.
these haters, but I think they should take at least some knowledge in what we're
Yeah.
saying.
There's
That's
just
what I
some-
want.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
There's just times though where like I know you're not supposed to respond, but there's some times, bro, where like people say some dumb ass shit. I'm like, are you that stupid? Like, so I want to respond.
They are.
And it's just like I gotta just let it go, I guess. But like, it's fun sometimes. Not gonna lie, to reply
100%.
like to some of the clips where people like say some dumb shit. It's just
Yeah.
like, but there's always gonna be haters. So, I mean, yeah, we can't get like too fucking like care about it too much or
for
anything
sure.
like that.
I mean, yeah. Who
Which
are
we
they-
already
who are-
don't.
Yeah, who are they, bro?
And
Like,
it's dope too when we see like someone like replying to them like defending us, and it's like, oh
That's
hell
right.
yeah.
or even supporting like the video that
Yeah.
we posted.
And then the
like,
people that hate, they don't even have like a good reason to hate. It's always like, oh, another shit podcast or some shit like that. It's like
they probably
okay.
post that on every single
I
podcast
know
they
that-
see.
exactly. It's like a
It's like
stupid
these
trend.
these people will never even do that. Like they would never
Exactly.
do a podcast anyways.
That's why
So
that's
for-
why most people hate is like
Yeah.
they're hating because they can't do whatever they're hating on. Like they can't do that.
They can't do it
So that's the main reason why people hate all the time, bro.
for sure. 100%.
I love all my haters.
my haters are my motivators. Like 100%. And that's how it is. Like we should be taking that negative energy and sending it back with some positivity. And that's what I want to do next year, bro. Just be more positive, be more productive, and just, especially with this podcast too, just try and not really teach people, because to be honest, like I don't know what really I can teach them besides my experience of what I can
Yeah.
tell them.
Yeah, because
Like I'm not gonna teach you about business. I don't have a business, but
and that's
like,
fine though,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
like I
yeah.
feel like we shouldn't be like I want to like I'm humble. Like I don't want to be that type of person that's trying to be that fake person or act like, oh, I'm the most smartest man on the planet and shit. Like the top G wave that everyone's doing. It's like, bro, like that shit's
Yeah,
so
I
like,
don't. It's played out.
yeah, and
I
it's
don't like
like
it.
you never even been through like situations and shit
That's
or
right.
experiences, and it's just like, yeah, it's better to just be yourself, bro. And I don't want to be that like fake shit or
That's why.
anything.
That's why I like that 3 sentence Bible, bro.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
I
be
need to
your,
write that on my board because
be
I'm
yeah.
gonna wipe my whole board off,
That's
write new
right.
shit on it.
That's right. That's why, like, now I fuck with this guy so much, bro.
That's
I'm
dope.
telling you, this guy is one of the realest people I've seen on YouTube
Yeah.
ever. I'm glad I found this guy.
That's
And like,
dope.
let me repeat the 3 sentence Bible. Be yourself, be good to yourself, and be good to good people.
Yeah.
That's it. Like that's it.
It may sound simple, but like it has deep meaning.
But think about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
think about it,
Yeah,
because some people are fake. Like some people are fake. That's why we're always authentic. Like
facts.
we're always gonna be we're always gonna be real. We're always gonna say our true opinions about whatever, and we're not gonna fake it. Like
Yeah.
simple as that. And
Yeah.
that's what I like about it. Like we're not.
Also, one of the things too that like I seen because I already looked into like how to like change your mind to make you more positive or like more confident is like also writing down like the same sentence like 10 times and like saying it out loud like
a
every
mantra
morning,
type of thing,
every morning, like,
yeah,
oh, like I'm gonna be successful today, or, like
yeah.
you say like 10 times and it's
Mhm.
like it helps you like start believing in it more, and it's like I need to do shit like that.
Do you remember to do it though, or
Well, I
have you
haven't
tr-
even
have you,
started.
you haven't
but-
tried?
Yeah.
Because for example, Sean O'Malley, he says he's like, I'm too sharp, too fast, too focused. That's his mantra right there. Too sharp, too fast, too focused. And he always says it every time. And like, how do you remember to say it every single day though? Like,
But it's
because
easier
I've tried something similar
but
like
like
that,
his
but I
life is
forget.
different, bro. It's like he has a set schedule, and it's like
Yeah, but like either way, like when you wake up, like you do it right away in the morning. I've tried it, but like maybe I do it 1-2 days, and then the next day I wake
I mean,
up.
I
all
think you
fucking-
got to make it like that way where you're gonna
It's
you just
hard.
make it your daily thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I mean, there was times where I wouldn't pray at all, and like now every single day, like I thank God for another day, and it's like
Oh, you do?
yeah. So and I never forget, and like
Mhm.
if I get to my car and like I'll remember right away, like oh I haven't done it, and I'll
Before, like when you wake up.
yeah.
Oh man, that's
So
great.
like I do that all the time. So I feel like you gotta make it part of your life, and I
Mhm.
think that's what he's done.
Mhm.
You know, it goes like he also meditates too and shit like
That's
that.
right. That's right.
I never tried that.
I never tried it either, but I do want to.
I don't know if I will, bro.
I don't know. Like
It's kind
maybe I'm too skeptical. Like to be honest,
Oh,
I'm
really?
like, what is meditation gonna do? To be like, because I never tried it,
Mm.
so I'm like, what is it gonna do really?
Are you comfortable like being with yourself or
100%.
yeah,
That's all I do, bro.
like you never get like bad thoughts or anything?
Bad thoughts, as in what kind of bad thoughts?
Like I don't know, just like negative thoughts,
like talking down on myself.
yeah, like being on your
100%.
own.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I do.
But it's also good, right, to like have those or like
Yeah, I think so because it does motivate you. At least if you're talking down on yourself, at least you have an idea of what you're trying to work on, right?
oh,
Like
that's
if,
true.
So for me, yeah, for sure. But I don't think it really takes over my mind
that's
like
good.
that.
Yeah, because I feel like there's times too where there are times where I don't feel comfortable like being like by myself. It just feels like I don't know. It just feels weird at times.
Do you feel like you just like being with more people, or
Yeah, like I feel
Mm.
like more comfortable being around others or like.
is it
things
because
like
it kind of distracts you from your mind?
I feel like
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
And then, I don't know if that's a good thing. I feel like that's a bad thing, right?
I mean, it could be both.
Because they
but
say like you should be
comfortable by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like I am at times where like if I'm doing something that I enjoy, but if I'm just like sitting there not knowing what to do, it's just like, oh, like I don't know, it just feels weird.
Your mind just starts racing.
Yeah,
or what?
yeah, it
Mm.
does. I don't know.
Mm.
It's something that I do want to work on too, but I don't know, man. It's just weird at times.
I get what you're saying for sure.
Yeah,
Do you have any other topics or no?
honestly, I just really wanted to talk about like the new year and all that. I know everyone, you know,
Yeah.
it's just hard to stay motivated. So I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of people that aren't able to do what they say, and I don't want to be that person this year for sure.
That's
Like
right.
I feel like I'm looking at the like yeah, this whole year was shit, but I'm looking at the positive side. Like we survived this year. Like
That's right.
and
That's
this
right.
year was like probably the hardest year of my life. Like
100%.
I feel like this was the hardest year of my life. I don't know. Like this shit was just tough. So yeah, I just feel like I want to go throughout the new year strong. You know, keep doing the podcast and everything,
Yeah.
improving, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
And I don't want to like make people think that we were saying at the beginning, or not the beginning, but we were saying like, oh, people just like to start a New Year's resolution and all that, and like they don't commit to it. I would say, yeah, if you guys want to start in the 1st of January, do it. You know, like
Yeah,
start it and do it and commit to it one day at a time. Like that's the only thing. Like don't think about 2 months, 3 months, whatever. One day at a
yeah,
time. Start one day, work out that one day, whatever you want to do, and then the next day. Like don't even think about like even a week in advance,
yeah,
because people like to think about like certain days in advance, and then they get fogged up. They're like, oh, I can't do it for a week. No, just think
yeah.
about one day at a time. Like eat healthy or whatever you want to do, and just start doing it, but one day at a time.
I mean, I guess
And
that's good advice for me because the first I am starting like
that's
the
right.
carnivore
That's
diet, so
right.
like
Yeah.
I am stressing, like thinking about like 4 weeks, and
You
it's
gotta,
like
yeah.
yeah, just like you're saying, like think about it one day at a time,
That's
and
it, bro.
that's facts.
Eat that carnivore diet first day, and
I'm gonna be gagging and shit. Like
Probably.
it's gonna make me go
Probably.
vegan.
Hey, maybe after, but you got to stick to that shit. But
Yeah,
hey, eventually we're gonna talk about that.
That's true.
Once it gets closer.
yeah. I'm not trying to be that person that just talks about doing things. Like I like to just
wanna
do that
it.
shit. Like
Yeah,
no one really likes that person, or like I wouldn't say likes that person, but no one really cares.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
if you're just talking,
yeah. If you post, hey, I'm gonna work out for 3 months.
yeah, like who
Who
gives a fuck? Like just do it.
Yeah,
And
they
it's
just
like,
click on your
yeah,
story anyways.
yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter.
And I feel like a lot of people like do that just because they feel like they want the other person's reaction to it, like, oh, that's like cool and shit. But like you haven't even done it.
Exactly.
So like
Exactly.
do it first, and then
Yeah.
it's even gonna be more better. Like
It's more beneficial to yourself.
Yeah.
Like.
facts.
But yeah, I mean, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. Other than that, I think we're done for
Yeah.
like this episode. I know we took a 2 week break, but we're back, baby. We're
This
back.
this is coming out probably in New Year's. So
Yeah.
happy New Year's to everybody.
Facts.
And I hope you enjoy you guys this holiday with your family and, whatever you guys are doing. And just stay up, be positive,
And
enjoy
always
it.
keep it authentic.
Always keep it authentic. For
Facts.
sure.
We're out. Peace.
Peace.